So a 100 ohm resistor is connected in series with a choke coil. 100 ohm resistor. This is called 100 ohm resistor connected in series with a choke coil. Choke coil is a combination of resistance and inductance. Okay, choke coil generally used in tubelets. No? Okay, tubelets. The choke coil is used in tubelets with a choke coil. So when a 400 volts 50 Hz supply, 400 volts 50 Hz supply. This is the 400 volts 50 Hz supply. Okay, is applied to the combination. The voltage across the resistor and the choke coil are 200 volts and 300 volts respectively. The voltage across the resistor, the voltage across the resistor, that is the voltage across this resistor is 200 volts is given data, and the voltage across the inductor or that is called choke coil, the voltage across the resistor is called 200 volts and choke coil is called 300 volts. Okay, like this. Voltage across the resistor up to here is 200 volts. Okay, by connecting voltmeter, if you are connecting one terminal here, another terminal, it shows the voltage of 200 volts. Okay, if you are connecting voltmeter across this choke coil, it shows 300 volts, like that. Okay, find the first one, power consumed by the choke coil. Power consumed by the choke coil. This power, how much of power is consumed by the choke coil? Okay, and second one, power factor of the choke coil. Okay, this power factor of the choke coil. And then third one, power factor of the circuit. The power factor of the circuit. Okay. So this choke coil and resistors are connected in series. Okay. That means how much of current flowing through the resistor is same as, yeah, choke coil and resistor are connected in series. No? Okay. That's why whatever the current flowing through the resistor is same as current flowing through the choke coil. Okay. That is called supply current. Okay. That means this voltage across the resistor is called 200 volts and resistance 100 ohms. Then you can easily find out current I is equal to V by R like this. Okay. Current I is equal to 200 by 100, that is called 2 amps. Impedance of the choke coil is called impedance of the choke coil is called Z is equal to V by I. Okay. V by I. Z is equal to V by I. So you know well impedance and the voltage across the choke coil. The voltage across the choke coil is called 200. Current flowing to the choke coil is called 2 amps. Because of these two are connected in series. By using this, we have to find current. By using this relation, we can find impedance. Okay, that impedance of the choke coil Z coil is equal to, so voltage of the choke coil by current flowing to the choke coil. Voltage across the choke coil is 300 volts. Current flowing to the choke coil is called 2 amps. Then 150 ohms. So you know well, so impedance of the choke coil under of R square plus XL square. Na? Z is equal to R plus J into XL. You know well, impedance of the coil. RL circuit, just like a series RL circuit. Impedance of the series RL circuit is called R plus J into XL. And of R square plus XL square, this is called magnitude, is equal to impedance 150. Then R square plus X square is equal to 22500. Okay. Then total impedance is called. So what is the total impedance here? So V by I is called total impedance. Total supply voltage by total current. What is the current here? 2 amps. What is the supply voltage? 400 volts. Then total impedance is nothing but Z is equal to V by I. 400 by 2 is called total impedance, that is called 200 ohms. Understood? And then this Z is equal to R plus capital R plus small r plus J into XL. This is called total impedance. Capital R plus small r plus J into XL is called total impedance. Na? Okay. And then the magnitude of the impedance is called under of R square, real part square plus imaginary part square. Under of R plus R whole square plus XL square. So then R plus R square plus XL square is equal to, okay, 40,000. By applying the square on both sides, I will get 100 plus R whole square plus XL square is equal to 40,000. Okay. R square plus XL square is equal to 500. No? R square plus XL square. Substitute here. Okay. 100 plus R square plus XL square is equal to this much. Subtract in the equation 1 and 2. Okay. This is the equation and this is the equation. This is one equation and this is another equation. This first one and this comes second one. Subtract in the equations 1 and 2. Then you will get like this, small r. Okay. So R is equal to 37.5 ohms. Subtracting the value of R from the equation 1. R square plus XL square 22500. So from this equation, subtract here. So we'll get XL 37.5 whole square. Or substituting the equation, substituting this R in this equation, you will get like this XL. So R is known and XL is known. Okay. Then power consumed by the choke coil is called I square into R. Okay. Power consumed in the circuit only because of resistor, not inductor. The power consumed in across the inductor is equal to 0. Am I right or not? I'm already explained for pure inductor. Okay. The average power is equal to 0. No? P is equal to VI cos pi cos 90. Then power is equal to V into I into cos pi. That is equal power is equal to 0. Am I right or not? Okay. Power consumed by the pure inductor is equal to 0. Am I right or not? Then the power consumed by choke coil is only because of resistor. Power consumed by the choke coil is only because of resistor, not because of inductor. Understood? It's clear? So here, power is equal to power consumed by the choke coil is called I square into R. Then I square, so I is nothing but 2 amps. You know well, square into R. R is nothing but this small r, 37.5 is equal to 150 watts. Then power factor of the choke coil, power factor of the choke coil, cos pi is equal to R by Z. No? Cos pi is equal to R by Z. You know well, for a series RL circuit. So power factor of the choke coil is nothing but cos pi is equal to R by total impedance is called power factor of the choke coil. This coil. Don't include this. Okay. Power factor of the choke coil is nothing but cos pi is equal to R by Z. That's called small r by Z coil. Small r is equal to 37.5. Okay. And Z coil, that is called impedance of the coil is called 150. Then 0.25 lagging. This is the power consumed by the choke coil and the power factor of the choke coil. And this is called power consumed by choke coil. And power factor of the circuit is nothing but so total resistance by impedance. Okay. Total resistance by impedance. So total resistance is nothing but this resistance and this resistance. Addition of these two resistances is called R plus R. And then impedance is called total impedance. Here, Z is equal to V by 400 by 2. Z is equal to V by this 400 voltage by supply voltage by supply current. That is called total impedance, circuit impedance. Then R plus R, capital R plus small r divided by Z. So you'll get 0.6875. So this is about okay. So answers regarding this problem, solutions regarding this problem. Power consumed by choke coil 150 watts and the power factor of the circuit 0.25 lagging and power factor of the circuit 0.6875 lagging. It's clear. And next, a series circuit consumes 2 kilowatts at 0.5 leading power factor. A series circuit consumes 2 kilowatts at 0.5 leading power factor. When connected to a 230 volts 50 Hz AC supply, calculate first one kVA and the second one kVR and the third one current drawn by the circuit. Okay. Simple. So what is the data here? V is equal to 230 volts. Okay. And power is equal to 2 kilowatts. And power factor is equal to 0.5 leading. Write the data, given data. V is equal to 230 volts. Frequency F is equal to 50 Hz. And the power consumed by the circuit is equal to 2 kilowatts. And power factor cos pi is equal to 0.5. After that, power is equal to VI cos pi, you know well. Okay, power is equal to cos pi, VI cos pi. So power is called 2 kilowatts. This 2 kilowatts substitute here. 2 into 10 cube. Okay, so V means 230 volts. I, so we have to find cos pi 0.5. Substitute here, you will get I is equal to 200 by 230 into 0.5, you will get 17.39 amps. Okay, then S is called KVA. It is also called as a apparent power or a complex power. Okay, apparent power or otherwise complex power. Another formula is also there for S is equal to VI conjugate. VI conjugate. VI complex. Okay, S is equal to VI complex. If I is in the form of imaginary, for example, 2 plus J3 amps, like that. Okay, if I is equal to in the form of 2 plus J3, so we have to take VI complex, VI conjugate. Okay, conjugate of, for example, I is equal to 2 plus J3. So conjugate of 2 plus J3, 2 minus J3, you have to supply, you have to substitute I is equal to conjugate. Okay, VI conjugate, 230 into I conjugate. If imaginary parts are there. Okay, if current is having imaginary 17 plus 17.39 plus here 0 into J. If any imaginary parts are there, substitute S is equal to VI conjugate here. If there is no imaginary real partner, that's why directly S is equal to VI. Okay, that's called apparent power, otherwise complex power. Okay, then that is equal to power is equal to VI cos pi. Power is equal to VI cos pi. Then VI is equal to power divided by cos pi. Power divided by cos pi. Am I right or not? Power divided by cos pi. Power how much? 2000. That is called 2 kilowatts. 2 kilowatts. And then cos pi 0.5. Okay. And then 4000 VA. That means 4 kVA. Okay. And then cos pi is equal to 0.5 now. Cos pi is equal to 0.5. Then pi is equal to cos inverse of 0.5. 60 degrees. Then VQ is equal to VI sin pi. Reactive power. That is called kVAR. Okay. Reactive power. That is called kVAR. I'm already explained this concept in previous classes. Am I right or not? Q is equal to VI sin pi. So V is equal to 230, and then you know current I 17.39 and sin pi, you know angle, then 3.464 kVR. Then current drawn, that is it. This is the current drawn. Okay, I is equal to 17.39 is called current drawn with the circuit. Okay, this is the another problem. A resistor R in series with a capacitance C is connected to 240 volts 50 Hz supply. A resistor R in series with a capacitor C connected in to 240 volts 50 Hz supply. That is called RC circuit. Okay. Find the value of C so that R absorbs 300 watts at 100 volts. Second one, maximum charge. Third one, maximum stores energy in C. Understand? A resistor R in series with a capacitance C is connected to 240 volts 50 Hz supply. First one, find the value of C so that R absorbs 300 watts at 100 volts. First one. And second one, maximum charge. And third one, maximum stores energy in C. Okay. So this is about question. And then, so V is called here, power absorbs power is equal to 300 watts. Power is equal to 300 watts. V is equal to 240. Supply voltage 240. And voltage across the resistor is called 100 volts. And power consumed by the resistor is called 300 watts. Then frequency is equal to 50 Hz. Then power is equal to V square by R. Power is equal to V square by R. You know well. Power is equal to I square R and power is equal to V square by R. You know well. Then power is equal to 300 watts. No? Then V square by R. So find the value of C so that R absorbed the 300 was at 100 volts. Na? Here we don't know what is the value of resistance. So that's why first we are finding resistance of the circuit. Okay. Power is equal to VR square by R. V square divided by R. Voltage across the resistance square by R. Then power is equal to 300. And then VR square, that is called 100. Voltage across the resistor is square divided by R. Then R is equal to 33.33 ohms. Okay. So by using these relations, we are finding resistance. And by using this relation, we have to find the current. Power is equal to I square R. Okay. Power known and resistance also known. Power is equal across the resistor, power known. Okay. And we are already find resistance. Then power is equal to I square R. Then I square is equal to 3 amps. By using this relation, so connected resistor R is in series with the capacitor. No? That means the R and C are connected in series. That's why in series, voltage dividing, current constant. Then whatever the current we are getting from across the resistor, same as supply current. Okay, in series, resistor in series current is constant, voltage dividing. So that's why current is constant, that is equal to 3 amps. Then Z is equal to V by, that's called total impedance of the circuit. Okay. Total supply voltage, that is called 240 volts. 240 volts supply, 50 edges. So Z is equal to V by I. So that V is called 240. So 80 ohms is called total impedance of the circuit. By using this, we have to find the capacitive reactance. Okay. You know well, resistance of the circuit and impedance of the total circuit. Okay. Impedance known and resistance known. Unknown thing is only capacitive reactance. Okay. So how means, so by using Z is equal to root of R square plus X square, no? You know relation? Z is equal to root of R square plus X square. Then X is equal to root of Z square minus R square. X is equal to root of R, Z square minus R square. Z is equal to 80 and R is equal to 33.33. By substituting this, we will get 72.72 ohms. You know relation? X is equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. By using this relation, we have to find capacitance. Capacitance of the circuit can be found by using this relation. X is equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. Okay. XL is equal to omega L. If it is inductor, XL is equal to omega L. Omega is equal to 2 pi F into L. Okay. So then C is equal to, X is equal to, you know well, 72.72. And then 1 by 2 pi into F, frequency 50 and C. And then C is equal to 43.77 microfarads. So resistance known, impedance known, capacitance known. Then voltage across the capacitor. You know well, total voltage is equal to root of VR square plus VC square, na, for a series RC circuit. So total voltage V is equal to under root of VR square plus VC square. From that relations, we have to find voltage across the capacitor. VC is equal to root of VA square minus total voltage square minus VR square. So total voltage is called supply voltage, that is called 240 volts, and voltage across the resistor is called 100 volts. Already is given data. Okay, 100 volts. 240 volts square minus 100 volts square is equal to 218.17 volts. Then maximum value of all is called maximum value of VC, voltage VC is equal to 218.17 into root 2. That is called VRMS is equal to VM by root 2. Na? RMS value of voltage, RMS value VRMS is equal to VM by root 2. So VM is called voltage across the capacitor, that is called VC. VRMS is equal to VM. VM is called maximum value of voltage. VM is equal to root 2 into VRMS. Okay, so that's why, so we have to multiply root 2. 218.17 is called the maximum value, 308.54. VC is equal to VM into root 2. This is called VM. Maximum value of voltage across the capacitor is nothing but VM into root 2. VRMS is equal to VM by root 2. So this is called RMS value of voltage. Multiplying into root 2 called VC. Okay, maximum value of voltage. Maximum charge is nothing but Q is equal to C into V. You know well. Q maximum is equal to C into V maximum. Okay, 43.77 into 10 to the power minus 6. C capacitance from this relation. And VC maximum 308.5. So 0.0135 coulombs. Maximum stored energy in is called half CV square. Energy stored in capacitor is called half CV square. Energy stored in inductor is called half Li square. Okay. Here half CV square, half C capacitance and VC maximum. Okay. VC maximum is nothing but 308.5. By substituting this, you will get 2.08 joules. Okay, this is the solution of this. A capacitor of 35 microfarads is connected in series with the variable resistor. A capacitor of 35 microfarads is connected in series with a variable resistor. This circuit is connected across 50 Hz main. Find the value of resistor for a condition when the voltage across the capacitor is half of the supply voltage. Okay, find the value of resistor for a condition when the voltage across the capacitor is half of the supply voltage. Understood? So C is called 35 microfarads. Capacitance C is called 35 microfarads. And VC is called, they are given a condition. Find the value of resistor for a condition when the voltage across the capacitor is half of the supply voltage. Voltage across the capacitor is VC is equal to half of the supply voltage, 1 by 2 times of V. Okay. Then X is equal 1 by 2 pi FC. Okay. So X is equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. So 2 pi F 2 pi into 50 Hz into capacitance is called 35 microfarads. Substituting this, you get 90.946. Okay. This is equal 1 by 2 times of V. And so XC, so V is voltage across the capacitor, V is equal to I into R. You know well, V is equal to I into R, same as voltage across the capacitor, V is equal to I into XC. By using the relation, so what is the voltage across the capacitor? I into XC. It's current into reactance. It's called VC is equal to I into XC is called voltage across the capacitor. VC is equal to I into XC. XC into I. Voltage across the capacitor is called X into I. And voltage across the total supply voltage. This is called supply voltage. That's why total impedance into I, total current. Total current into reactance of the capacitor. Then Xc into I is equal to 1 by 2 times of Z into I. It's clear. Then Xc is equal to 1 by 2 times of Z. Z is equal to 2 times of Xc. And then total impedance of the circuit is called Z is equal to R plus J into Xc. Actually, Z is equal to R plus J into Xc. Then magnitude of Z is called under of R square plus X square. Substitute here, Z is equal to 2 times of X by using this. So we'll get a relation 3 times of X square is equal to R square. Then R square is equal to 3 into Xc. Okay, substitute here Xc. In this equation, you will get resistance 157.5 ohms. Okay, this way we have to find the resistance of the circuit. It's clear. So last problem. A resistor R and capacitor C are connected across the 250 volt supply. A resistor R and a capacitor C are connected across the 250 volt supply. When the supply frequency is 50 Hz, when supply frequency is 50 Hz, the current drawn is 5 amps. When the frequency is increased to 60 Hz, it draws 5.8. Find value of R, value of C, power drawn in second case. Okay, when that is it draws 5.8. In that case, find power drawn. Okay. So this is the given data. So V is equal to 250 volts supply. 250 volts. Fr is equal to 50 Hz. First case. And F2 is equal to 60 Hz. Second case. Okay. F1 is equal to 50 Hz is first. F2 is equal to 60 Hz in second case. V is called 250 volts supply voltage. First one, I1 is equal to 5 amps. Okay, current drawn is 5 amps is called first. And when a frequency is increased to 60 Hz, at that case, what is the current drawn here? 5.8 amps. Okay, so you know well from series RC circuit, Z is equal to V by I. So total voltage divided by current drawn from the circuit. So 250 by 5. So that is equal 50. So that is equal 100 of R square plus XC square. Z is equal to 100 of R square plus XC square. R square plus XC, yeah, XC square. XC is equal to 1 by omega C. XL is equal to omega L. XC is equal to 1 by omega C. Then omega is equal to 2 pi f. Okay. Z is equal to 100 of R square plus X square. X is equal to 1 by 2 pi f. Okay. X is equal to 1 by omega C. Then omega is equal to 2 pi f C. Substitute the values of frequency and this equation 100 of R square plus 1 by 2 pi f is called f1 is called 50 Hz. Okay, 2 pi f and then square is equal to, simplify this expression R square plus you will get like this. For f2 is equal to 60 Hz, you will get one equation. For f1 is equal to 50 Hz, you will get the relation like this. For f2 is equal to 60 Hz, you will get the relation like this. Okay. Z2 is equal to R square plus 1 by 2 pi x square, 1 by xc2 square. Okay. So that means under R square plus 1 by 2 pi f2 c square. Then R square plus 1 by 2 pi f c square. You will get this relation by using these two relations. You will get resistance and capacitance. Then power drawn in the second case is called power is equal to I square into R. That's called 5.8 whole square into resistance 19.96. This is called power drawn by the circuit under second case. It's clear.